Hello, folks. I've just got a little bit of a message, if you will. So, on this fine Sunday evening, I'm going to brush up on a little something here. And it's kind of a farm talk thing today, but also more of a crop talk. I've got a new channel now. It's Pig King Gaming on YouTube. I've also got a Facebook page for it. That's kind of where the backstory to Pig King Gaming is. It literally just happened, if you know what I mean. So, it started out, I got the nickname Pig King out on the farm from a few of my close friends, and kind of stuck there for farming and stuff. So, kind of came up with the nickname Pig King for my username on Twitch for gaming. Also, kind of created a Facebook page for it, and I really stuck it out on the forums. I duked it out on Giants forums with so many people that were pushy of mod makers. Like, come on, bring me the mod in my lifetime. It's like, whoa, patience, buddy, patience. You all have no idea how much time it takes to create a mod. It's not that it overwhelms me, that drives me away from doing it. It's the frustration, the fact that Giants from FS17 to FS19 totally flipped the whole freaking game. They added a whole lot in all at once, and I had to relearn how to play the game. It would be similar to if football weren't about taking a football to your end zone, but rather keeping it from being taken, keeping a couple of footballs, one from each end of the field, keeping those from being hijacked by the opposing team, if that makes sense. So, how Pig King kind of came about was posting a lot of pictures of and talking a lot about things from the forums over there on Facebook, and I created a Twitch account, and it's kind of a fun thing I miss doing. However, my internet currently does not support it. But I've got some videos recorded and whatnot, and I've got a video up right now, and it's quite interesting. What I can explain to you all is I'm truly learning a completely different style of putting things into the ground, because I'm actually switching from the former technique of chemicals in the simulator to now just completely all organic. And what's tough about doing that is the instant I hit. So what I do, my current strategy that I'm trying on that I'm attempting on one of my fields, I'm gonna spread some manure. I'm gonna spread some, I'll go, I cultivate the field to prep it and to prepare it. So it gets cultivated, it gets plowed, with a layer of manure, lime, manure. Well, correction. I cultivate it. So it gets cultivated, plowed, seeded, manured, limed, manured, slurried. So as soon as that slurry hits, the way I can explain it, as soon as that slurry hits, that's when the magic happens. That's when the magic happens. It takes off like a bottle rocket. It grows good. Now, I have to inform you all, I dose it heavy. We're talking, I hit it with a 30,000 liter capacity tanker at an application rate of 24,000 liters to the hectare. My manure application rate is typically 24,000 liters to the hectare. Now, the next thing I gotta cover is the lime. I do at an application rate of 18. Let's see here. I hit it at a rate of 1,800 liters. Hang on, let me recalculate that. Oh, right, it's 800 liters to the hectare. So, the sheer volume of material I'm spitting out onto the fields, I can only explain it this way. It's huge and barely fathomable. Okay, I got a field that is about 150 meters wide by 1,500 meters. That's a kilometer and a half, by the way. So the way I can explain it is that's about a 38 hectare field. A hectare is 100 acres or 100 meters by 100 meters. A standard map is 1.25 square miles or 4 square kilometers. So that's the way I can explain it is you're looking at, if you multiply by about 2.5, it's how many acres it is. My field that I'm working on at the moment, it's about 90 to 98 acres in area. So the volume of material I'm moving to the field, the only way to fathom it would be to fill about 15 of the 40-foot shipping containers that are the high cube, which are the containers that are tall, and it'd be more of 17 to 18 of the standard 40-foot shipping containers full of manure. Full per application. So you'd really be looking at a little over 3 dozen, between 3 dozen and 3.5 dozen 40-foot shipping containers loaded with manure put on the field. The lime, you're looking at about roughly 1 shipping container load worth. The slurry, you'd be looking at about 30 of the 40-foot shipping containers worth of that being applied to the field. At least. If that doesn't sum up the volume that's going out on the field, I have no clue what will. Now, the way I can describe it is that as soon as you start applying manure to the field, it's go time. You got to get that stuff on the field, and you got to get it on there yesterday. But there's a trick to it. You apply your seed, and you wait 1 day when you're on seasons mod. You wait 1 to 2 days before you manure it, lime it, manure it, slurry it. The point in slurrying it heavily, in fact, I personally feel as though I'm going light on the slurry in comparison to the amount of manure and lime I'm putting into the soil. But man, when that manure, lime, manure, slurry mixture hits the field after you've planted it, and that slurry settles down into it, it loves it. It thrives. The crops thrive in it. And you're going to see at some point in time that field get harvested. Now, that particular map, unfortunately, that save game that you see in that particular video on Pig King Gaming on YouTube, that one I can only describe as a practice run, if you will, because that save game got, unfortunately, through some kind of weird update glitch thingy mabob and a wrong click on the mouse, got deleted. I can honestly say I was pretty devastated, but you know what? We're doing it now, and I turned off auto sync to Steam for the map save stuff, so that part's done and over with. I'm not going to go through that again. Anyways, I want you all to know that there's a lot of trees that have not been getting enough water, that were used to a lot of water from hand watering, that will not be surviving in the city of Cheney. If they don't get water on them soon, failure to get the water on them soon, they're going to go over. And also, there's a lot of them that are deprived of nutrients from having all this chemical application shit. This chemical application, it really affects everything. So when you're applying chemical fertilizer, so that white pelleted stuff, that white stuff that you broadcast spread, or green stuff, or whatever you're applying to your lawn, what you need to apply is organic material. It will break down. However, you can't smother your lawns. You're going to see that stuff go down on my channel a new channel in the future. It will be my Geometric Yards channel. Geometric Yards Industries is in the works. Y'all just please be patient. I appreciate it so greatly. Thank you, and if y'all could jump over to Pig King Gaming, that's PIGKING space gaming, like it's typically spelled. And I kind of got a few jokes I could rattle about Pig King Gaming. Quit picking your nose. Quit picking your limbs up off the ground. Quit picking with your pecker. Yeah, that's kind of a borderline one there. We're just youngsters, keep your hands out your pants, please. What you are unaware of will not hurt you down there. Trust me. Ignore it. It's perfectly normal. It will eventually pass. It's perfectly normal down there, men. Little young boys going into puberty. What's going on down there is normal. Same with you ladies out there. Whatever's going on down there on your bodies, it's normal. Ignore what these communistic school principalities are about. Okay? By the way, I would appreciate more of you students, especially at the elementary level, doing a walkout on the sex ed days. Just do a whole school walkout. That's the only way you're going to get the message across, that you don't need that crap forced upon your little brain. I went through it. I'm here to advise you through it. There's no need to know anything about sex organs when you're that young. Middle school might be a good time, aka junior high. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button down there, that red one. If you love these videos, please do that. It'll make it easier for you to find. Also, let me know what you think of the video. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Give me a little channel interaction. I respond to quite a few comments throughout the week. But this here is a volunteer who needs to get to bed so that he can go do his volunteer work tomorrow in the morning as a very crucial and integral worker of society. Thank you all, and we will catch you on the soil's turnover with the plow. Thank you, and